Hey everyone, good morning and happy new year. It's a new start, right? I mean, how exciting is that we get a fresh do-over. We don't get a lot of those in life, so it's always exciting when a new year starts and we get to kind of wipe the slate and begin again. So happy new year. I am praying that God will bring many blessings this year. I am also praying that God will draw people's hearts closer to him this year. You know, it seems like we get so busy doing our own thing and we kind of fall away from the Lord. But I'm praying that he will call us back in, that he will draw us back in this year, and we will kind of desire him more and develop that stronger faith. So real quickly, in my personal page, like I said before, I'm doing the walk through Psalms. And so this morning's psalm that I was talking about was Psalm 73. So I thought I would just kind of come on here live and do it here live for you all. But Psalm 73 is written by Asaph, who was the chief choir director during the time of David. And what it is he's talking about, he's looking at all of these people who are considered wicked, or, they're just people who are doing their own thing, maybe not good things, maybe they're cheating the system somehow, maybe they're acquiring wealth by ungodly means. We think of people like stars, Hollywood stars that are really not the best people, but they somehow, have these humongous houses and cars and all the bling. We see politicians and how they step on everybody else to get to the top, but yet it seems like they just keep getting all these blessings. We can think of so many, sports figures and all sorts of people. And sometimes we look at these people and we think, here I am and I'm struggling with this or that, and we're having, financial difficulties over here, or we've got this loved one that's sick, that's, in the hospital dealing with whatever. And sometimes we think, is it really worth it? Is it really worth, doing this Christian life, following God? Because it seems like these people who don't follow God have more going on for them than us who are following God. And so that's where Asaph was. And so he was looking he had taken his focus off of the Lord and he had put his focus on what was going on around him. And so in verses 16 and 17, this is what he says. He says, when I tried to understand all this, it was oppressive to me. It was weighing him down. He was getting so frustrated with it. But then he says, till I entered the sanctuary of God, then I understood their final destiny. And so, Asaph finally came to kind of his senses. He entered into the temple of God and he, began to dwell on the things of God and focus on the Lord himself and all of the things that God had done for him. He talks about how, God is always with him, and how, God holds him by the right hand and he guides him with counsel. And it says, and afterward you will take me into glory. And so he's focusing more on what God has done for him. And so he begins to then feel remorse, because he realizes that these people who are building these kingdoms, building all of this wealth by maybe unjust means, by greed, by stepping on other people to get what they want. He says, these people ultimately will be destroyed because they are not Christ followers. They are not focused on the Lord. And those who are not of the Lord, we know, when judgment day comes, they will be separated, and they will they've received their reward here on earth. They will receive their eternal reward, which will be in hell. And so he goes on, and then he feels this great loss or this great remorse for those people, because now he realizes that, spiritually they are bankrupt. And, they may have what it seems like everything this side of heaven, but spiritually they are bankrupt. And so we need to keep our eyes on the Lord. And he ends this psalm with verses 27 and 28. He says, those who are far from you will perish. You destroy all who are unfaithful to you. And then he says, but as for me, it is good to be near God. I have made the sovereign Lord my refuge. I will tell of all your deeds. And so that is what I want to leave you with today. What are you going to tell others this year? Are you going to focus on everybody else and what everybody else is doing and, trying to one up everybody? Or are you going to focus on what the Lord has done for you and then tell of his good deeds? That's your challenge. All right, I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.